Hey, ladies and gents, welcome back. This is going to be part 1 to What If Naruto Had Death Reaper Magic. So now you may be wondering, what exactly is this magic and what exactly does it do? And this is basically you'll figure it out soon enough exactly how he gets it, but the different abilities that Naruto will gain, he will gain more as the story goes on, but the initial pretty much abilities that Naruto would gain are the ability to pretty much make a giant Reaper scythe, which will have a bunch of different abilities surrounding it or techniques surrounding it that I'll cover later on when Naruto actually starts using them. He pretty much has all of the magical affinities, at least in terms of certain specific different applications to it. He can't just it's hard to explain these different things, but he can't just say Jiraiya tries to teach him some wind magic, or not wind magic because Naruto actually has that actual affinity, but say some random fire magic that's forgotten about and nobody really knows about, just some random fire magic. Naruto couldn't use that, but he could use a specific Reaper type ability. It's weird to explain, but it's stuff like that kind of a thing. And he also gets a pretty much, not necessarily cloak, kind of his pretty much chakra cloak kind of a thing, but he gets this fire kind of a thing, kind of what the actual thumbnail picture looks like, that Naruto has pretty much complete manipulation over this dark purple fire kind of what it's like. So we'll go into more of his abilities later on, just those are the initial things that Naruto can do. He pretty much has the ability to summon the scythe, and he has control over this really strong purple fire. So that's what we're starting off with. And now, let's get over how Naruto actually gets this. So Naruto is around the age of 6 or 7, and he's exploring the village. And he pretty much already knows everything that's going on in the village, and he decides that he's going to go outside of it. So he decides he's going to pretty much go outside of the village, and he continues wandering on until he's about probably 5 miles away from the Hidden Leaf, and he sees this opening. And he walks over there now, and he sees a stronghold in the middle of it with the Uzumaki crest pretty much all over it. And Naruto has never actually heard of this place, and he walks inside. And under one of the mats inside of it, which Naruto picked up, he sees a trap door. He opens the trap door and climbs down a ladder. He sees this darkly lit room, but as he's walking down this room, all the candles on the side seeming to light themselves, and Naruto's like, "The hell is happening? Where am I going?" And as he continues walking down this hallway, he sees a light coming down from this room. And he opens the door to or he can see the light coming out from under the door. And he opens the door and walks into this room, which is actually really brightly lit. And he sees a book on the other side. That's the only thing in the room. This book sitting on a desk. Naruto walks over and he opens the book and he feels something weird. He feels something strange. And he's trying to figure out what this is until Naruto turns around. And he's about to walk back out because he feels very weary. He feels really odd. He doesn't like this feeling that he got. And as he's turning around, he's looking down at the ground. And when he starts to walk forward, he sees feet. And he starts raising his head, and he looks up, and he sees the Reaper standing there. And this isn't the Shinigami that the Uzumaki can normally summon and use the Reaper Death Seal kind of a thing. This is a completely different demon Death Reaper. It's a different one. So he's not gonna get the Shinigami itself sealed inside of him. It's gonna be something else. So Naruto looks up at this thing and it looks down at him, and in a very deep voice it says, "This is a perfect vessel." And Naruto blacks out and he wakes up. And he doesn't really feel all that different. And he just thinks that he had some kind of dream, he fell asleep somehow. He walks out of this pretty much shrine-looking area he walks out of the room that he's in, and he goes back to the Leaf Village. And he's getting taunted by some villagers again. They're throwing rocks at him, they're doing all these different things. And Naruto is running away. But quickly he notices that he's going much faster than he used to go. He's easily going like 2 to 3 times the original speed he had, and Naruto was already pretty quick. And he's wondering what's actually happening. And Naruto turns around, facing the villagers, realizing that not only did he gain the speed, but he gained a lot of strength too, and realized that he might actually be able to pretty much fend them off this time. And now Naruto goes to pretty much punch one of them, but they start on fire. And Naruto's like, wait, I don't want to kill any of them. I didn't mean to do this. And Naruto is like, he thinks, put out. And the fire surrounding the man seemingly just extinguishes itself. But it was already way too much. The man is unconscious on the floor with burns all over him. And Naruto's like, what just happened? And he's trying to figure out exactly what happened. All the villagers are looking at him with fear, and they're like, he's the monster, and they all run away. Naruto goes to the Hokage, and he's explaining exactly what happened, how he went exploring, and how he had this weird dream. And now Hiruzen is like, I don't know exactly what happened to you, Naruto, but can you touch my hand. Naruto does so, and Hiruzen starts on fire. This fire is absurd. It's like it's insanely hot. It's like to the point of like Amaterasu levels of like heat. And Naruto's like, put out, and the fire goes out. Naruto's like, I need to figure out how to control this. And Hiruzen is just like, Naruto, I'm gonna... And he gives him some gloves. And he's just like, these are insanely heat resistant, and you pretty much can't kill people through the gloves at this rate. So try not to like touch people and do things like that until you at least have complete control over your flames. And Naruto's like, well, how am I supposed to do that? And Hiruzen is like, yeah, I probably should have thought of that. And he asks for one of his Jonin to come in. And now walks in Kakashi. And Kakashi's like, you summoned me, Lord Third? And he's just like, yes, I did. This is Naruto Uzumaki. I have a request to make of you. And he's like, sure, anything for what I do. I'm not done. I'm done talking about this. And he pretty much just tells him that he's like, you need to pretty much give Naruto help Naruto gain control over these flames. And Kakashi agrees to this, and he asks for Naruto to pretty much show him what these flames are. So Naruto walks over to a tree, and he takes off his glove, putting his hand against the tree. The tree instantly engulfs in these massive purple flames, and the tree almost instantly completely burns down to ashes. It takes about 3 seconds for the tree to completely be gone. And Kakashi's like, whoa, those are some strong flames you have there, Naruto. And Naruto's like, yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody else. How do I control these? And Kakashi's just pretty much telling him, he's just like, this isn't chakra. I can see with my Sharingan that this is something completely different. You're controlling, they're weird. It's like, they're not natural flames by any means, but they're not artificial either. This is strange. I'm not exactly sure what ability this is, Naruto. And Naruto's just like, And Kakashi comes to the conclusion that this must be some otherworldly flames that Naruto is using. And Naruto's like, okay. And the demon inside of not the demon, but the Reaper inside of Naruto just kind of chuckles to himself, and he's just like, you're not entirely wrong. They're not exactly otherworldly, though. They're just from a different realm. And Naruto hears the voice, and he's like, wait, Kakashi, did you just say something in a really weird and dark voice, or really deep voice? And Kakashi's like, no, I didn't say anything. And Naruto clutches his heart now, and he's just like, what's this pain? And Kakashi's starting to get worried, and he's like, is he burning himself or something? He doesn't exactly know what's happening. And Naruto pretty much falls to the ground now, and he's clutching his heart, and he's trying to figure out exactly what's happening. And those purple flames start pretty much going off of Naruto's body. And Naruto starts talking in a deep voice, and he says, Finally, I'm free. And he stands up now, the dark flames pretty much going off of his body. And he has a dark, menacing smile as he looks at Kakashi. And he just simply walks away now. And Kakashi's like, what just happened? Now, Naruto begins walking, and he starts walking over pretty much back towards the village. And as he's walking, he realizes something. Or not Naruto. This isn't actually Naruto. This is literally the Reaper. He starts flying, and he flies over to the village. And he goes over to the Hokage's office, and he's standing in front of Hiruzen. The flames still pretty much going all over his body. And he touches the desk in front of Hiruzen, and only the desk burns. It completely pretty much disintegrates. And Hiruzen is like, Naruto, what are you doing? And the Reaper looks at Hiruzen and says, you know of the Reaper Death Seal, do you not? And Hiruzen is like, how do you even know of that ability? That's a... What? What are you talking about? What about the Reaper Death Seal? And he's just like, that summons the Shinigami, does it not? And Hiruzen is like, yeah, that is what it does. And he's just like, ah, so you do have the ability to summon my brother. And Hiruzen's like, you're what now? And he's just like, Naruto, what the hell are you talking about? And Naruto just pretty much turns around and walks out. And he goes over back to where Kakashi is and pretty much unflamifies himself. And Naruto blacks out now. And not even hours, days later, Naruto wakes up in the hospital. And it's actually Naruto this time. And he's looking around, wondering exactly what just happened. He kind of blacked out for a second, and now he's just waking up again. And Kakashi is pretty much telling him what happened. How the flames burst around him and he flew towards the village. Hiruzen is pretty much contemplating whether or not he should tell Naruto what he pretty much told him about how he is the brother of the Shinigami, or how the Reaper inside of him is the brother of the Shinigami. And Naruto is like, Hiruzen, what exactly did the Reaper say to you? Or what exactly did this thing say to you? Because Naruto doesn't exactly know what exactly it is. And Hiruzen pretty much tells him. He's just like, I probably shouldn't tell him everything. He just tells Naruto, he's just like, he didn't really say much. He kind of just walked up. He seemed to be taking stock of me. I don't know exactly what he was doing. He asked about the Reaper Death Seal, but then he kind of just walked away. He doesn't say anything about being the Shinigami's brother or anything like that, but he's like, this is really odd. And inside of Naruto, the Reaper is pretty much talking to Kurama right now. They gain actually quite a bit of a friendship due to the hatred that they both have towards the humans, and they're like, or not Shinigami, but the Reaper doesn't actually have much hatred towards the humans as much as he just likes to kill them, I guess you could say. But he's just like, I'll let Naruto keep control over himself now. He has a decent amount of willpower. He actually almost managed to take over again. I was quite impressed. And Kurama's just pretty much like, yeah, I have been trying to take over Naruto for quite a while now. I'm actually quite impressed by the seal here, too. The way you pretty much entered Naruto's body allows you to pretty much freely move between, or not move, but like freely be able to try to control him. Whereas where I am, I have to break through this stupid freaking seal first. And the Shinigami is like, oh, well, if you want, I can undo that seal for you. And Kurama looks at him and he's just like, what did you just say? And the Shinigami is just like, oh, I pretty much have complete control over seals and doing stuff like that, especially since it was my brother that put that seal on you in the first place. And Kurama's like, but wouldn't that be bad for you? And he's like, no, I could keep you from completely taking over control of Naruto because, again, I'm not necessarily that I like the kid, but he's a really good host, so I don't exactly want you to, like, take over and, like, kill everything, but I can allow you to pretty much influence him with your chakra a lot more. And Kurama's like, oh, that's interesting. And he does so. The Reaper pretty much undoes the seal that was on Naruto, and Naruto once again clutches his heart, but this time, or not clutches his heart, but he clutches his stomach, and orange chakra begins to burst around him as he's trying to pretty much control it. And Naruto, using his willpower, actually manages to suppress this chakra, and he's like, what is happening to me? What is happening to me? He's really concerned about everything going on around him now. And Naruto walks out of the hospital, and he goes back to his house to pretty much sleep, and he's wondering exactly what just happened. What is happening to him? After a few years, Naruto has pretty decent control over the flames now, where he doesn't like have control over like he has pretty much control over what they burn, but he doesn't like he can't make them cold or something like that for things that he doesn't want to burn yet. Like say he wants to like kill or not kill, but like or yeah, kill a monster that's really close to someone. He could do it, but he would actually accidentally burn the person that is fighting them if they are close to him. So if Naruto doesn't want to kill like some certain person in like a big group, he couldn't actually do that just yet. So Naruto doesn't have like that great of control over the flames yet, but he has pretty decent control over them. So another few years pass, and Naruto is pretty much graduating from the academy, I guess. I can't remember. Yeah, it's the academy, and he's the age of 12 now. And he gets placed on to the same team with Sakura and Sasuke, but Naruto's personality is absurdly changed. He can pretty much has complete control over whether or not he wants to talk to Kurama or the Reaper or not, and he does so quite often. He talks to them, argues with them, and actually doesn't necessarily get a friendship with them, but they gain an understanding for one another. Naruto doesn't necessarily hold a hatred for the people in the village, but he's a lot darker than he was in the original. And the way he talks and the way he does things is just generally a lot darker. He doesn't talk as much. And when he does talk, he means stuff. Like, he's not joking around, pulling pranks and doing things like that. If he pretty much talks and does something to anybody, he means it, and if they either deny him or something like that, Naruto just won't really talk to them anymore. So Naruto is placed on a team with Sasuke and Sakura, and he isn't really that affected by this. He pretty much likes the fact that he's placed on the team with Sasuke due to him being pretty not talking much to him, and he actually has a pretty decent, pretty much understanding of the things that he's going through, which is pretty similar to what Naruto has, minus the having like the Reaper inside of him and everything like that. So Naruto would pretty much begin the actual like he would not meet, but he would be placed on a team with Kakashi, and he would pretty much be told that they want to introduce themselves. Sasuke's is the same, Sakura's is the same, except she doesn't actually hate Naruto, she's just kind of fearful of him. And Naruto is a little bit different. And what he actually pretty much talks about is not necessarily wanting to like destroy the world or anything like that, but he says he wants to make the world a peaceful place. And he doesn't elaborate on this at all. He doesn't talk about exactly how he plans on doing this, because Naruto doesn't say anything about wanting to become the Hokage. And Kakashi's kind of worried about this because, again, he knows that Kurama was completely released and the seal was broken, and he knows that he has this Reaper inside of him. And he kind of wonders exactly what Naruto means by this peace. And Naruto just kind of smirks, a little devilish smile, and Kakashi's he's just worried. He's like, what exactly does Naruto have in mind? And he puts this on the back burners of his mind and pretty much tells them to meet him in the morning. And they do so, and he pretty much explains what the bell test is going to be. And he says start, and Naruto decides he isn't going to pretty much go hide. And Naruto looks Naruto literally looks exactly how I have him like there. He has that like cool like jacket on, and he is generally has a really dark theme. And Naruto pretty much stands there, and he looks up at Kakashi now, and he says, I've grown a lot since we trained back when I was 7. And Kakashi's like, yeah, I don't doubt that. instantly unleashing his Sharingan due to not wanting to be burned by the flames. Naruto has pretty much complete control over these flames right now, such as the temperature that they would be, what they would do, and different things like that. So Naruto pretty much unleashes like a barrage, not a barrage, but he like unleashes a massive pretty much burst of these flames on Kakashi. And Kakashi's insanely worried by this. He's just like, is he trying to kill me? And he tries to pretty much nullify this, but then he realizes that he remembers that this isn't chakra, and he gets completely engulfed by these flames. But he realizes that these flames aren't burning him. Like, yeah, they're warm, but they aren't burning him. And he's trying to figure out exactly what's happening before the flames pretty much compress, and they wrap around Kakashi's body, making this pretty much unbreakable barrier around him. And Kakashi's like, what just happened? And Kakashi tries breaking out of this pretty much rope that's surrounded around him, but he can't do it. And Naruto now casually walks up and grabs all the bells from him. And he pretty much is just like, did I pass? And Kakashi's just like, he's wondering exactly what to do because Naruto is just insanely overpowered now. And Kakashi's just like, I need to figure out how to get out of this. And Kakashi pretty much, I don't know, I don't even know if Kakashi could break out of this. Like, Naruto's really just overpowered now. So Naruto undoes the pretty much, not necessarily seal, but the chain rope that he had around Kakashi. And he pretty much just asks once again. He's like, did I pass, Kakashi? And Kakashi's like, well, sure, why not? And he's just like, yeah, you guys, you passed. Just like, he's afraid of Naruto, basically. He knows that Naruto could instantly kill him, and he's also fearful of exactly what Naruto's intentions are. So he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just pass them, because I'm afraid that he's gonna kill me if I say no. So he passes them, and they all become Genin. So now they pretty much do all of their D-rank missions, with Naruto easily doing all of them, catching the cat, with just pretty much surrounding the cat in an orb of these flames and pulling them closer to him, because again, he cannot necessarily solidify, but he can compress the flames and make them like, it basically makes them solidify into like a really hard like object. And Naruto pulls the cat over to him, and he brings the cat back, unleashing the pretty much flames, and the ninja cat falls down. And they do all these D-rank missions, such as cleaning up the village and different things like that, with Naruto easily doing everything. When they have to clean up the village, he just burns all the garbage everywhere, because again, he has complete control over the flames. And he goes over to Hiruza now, and he's like, dude, these missions are insanely boring. You should give me a higher ranking one. And Hiruzen's like, okay, you're insanely overpowered, and you're probably stronger than most S-rank ninja are, so I think I'll allow it. And he's like, okay, whatever. Here, you can have a C-rank mission. Why not? You can guide this bridge builder named Tazuna back to his village so we can build a bridge. And Naruto's like, okay, whatever. This better not be boring. And they go over and they meet Tazuna, and Tazuna doesn't have the same things to say about Naruto due to Naruto having this ominous and scary aura that pretty much constantly surrounds him. And he pretty much walks over now, and they leave the village, and they begin their journey. And that's where I'll leave this part off, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace out, bye.